Welcome to another tip of the week, and let's talk about audio and video on Meets. Okay, so I'm here on Meets. I'm gonna start a new meeting, okay? And the first thing that's gonna happen is that my browser is gonna ask me to allow my microphone and my camera, okay? So I'm gonna click on allow, and I'm gonna click on allow notifications, and I'm gonna dismiss here. You see that I already have a problem. My camera isn't being used. As I've said before, the camera can only be used in one app at a time. I'm using this on OBS, so if your camera isn't showing up, first check you're gonna do is check if there's another app open, and you're gonna close that app, okay, using your camera. So here you see that I've got my microphone and my camera turned off. If I want to turn them on, I just click here. I'm not going to do that because I noticed that when my microphone is turned on here, that interferes with the recording. What you also want to do is go on settings, and here on Meets you have two ways of doing that. Outside of the meeting, before you join, right here when you started the meeting, you have these three little buttons. Last option, settings. And so here you have audio and video. So you see here that I have my microphone and my speakers, and my microphone is currently off. And you can see here that I can choose the same system or standard, which will be the same microphone as my system. So if I change my system microphone, this will change, or another microphone. Same with the speakers, okay? I can test my speaker by clicking here on the button. I'm gonna hear a sound, and I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna talk, so you can see my microphone is pulsing. You see here, that means the microphone is working. Here on video, I have, again, my camera that I can choose, but what I find super cool in Meets is that I can change the standard resolution in the camera that sends and in the videos of the cameras I receive. I not only can change by clicking here the resolution, but I can choose to receive one video at a time or just the audio. And that's very useful if I have a bad connection and my call is chopping. So this is one way to get here. And the second way is once I join the meeting, okay, at these three little buttons, settings. Okay, so that's all for Meets. I'm gonna show you now again about the standard device, where to find that on Windows. But for Meets, that's all. To check out your standard device on Windows, what you can do, there are several places you can go. See this little speaker here on the toolbar? You can click there and you'll see your speaker. In this arrow you can change your speaker, or you can right click on the speaker and the first option is open your sound settings, or you can come to the start menu and click on the gear and go to settings, and this will take you here to the home page, and you go in system, and the second option is sound. On top you have your output, and you can change your output on this drop down menu, and here down here you have your input, and you can change your microphone here and test your microphone. This bar should be moving when you talk to test your microphone, and this will be the system's standard device. If you went to your settings and you tested your microphone's still not working, your speaker's still not working, there may be a hardware problem. So there are a few things you should do before calling a technician. If you have an extra microphone, an extra camera lying around, test that camera, test that microphone on your computer, because that way you can rule out if the problem was the original microphone and the original camera or your capture card. Because if you still can't see the microphone, can't see the camera, and you know that microphone is working, then the problem is your capture card, which goes to my second tip. If you are using external microphones, external cameras, try testing those on a different computer, because then you know if the problem is the microphone and the camera or the capture card. There's no need to click on a save button on the settings. All you have to do is close the window, okay? An extra precaution when you're having microphone problems and camera problems is that some antiviruses block your microphone or camera as a security measure. So you might have to go to your antivirus and check if the microphone and camera aren't being blocked for that specific software, and add an exception. That was all. This was a super quick tip. I hope this helped. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, check out my courses, and see you next tip.